Okay. Another key question I was wondering is on AI integration. So, maybe you have your sort of code gen tool, you might have your search tool. How do you envision the integration of AI into the developer workflow over the next 5 years? What are people not talking about that are outside of code search or code gen? Is there anything else that you think is going to happen in developer workflows that people aren't really talking about right now?
So the thing that people aren't talking about is no one actually uses these tools. 5% of developers are using Code AI. And if you go on Twitter, if you're in San Francisco, it doesn't seem like that. I mean, even that, it's like 50%. You can find tons of people that aren't using this, but the actual adoption of Code AI is way lower than what you'd think if you're in the bubble and what it should be. And why is this? Well, it's because most developers work inside of companies, and most developers, companies haven't approved anything like this. They also just take a while to change their behavior. Even if you think that developer behavior is going to change faster than in any other wave, it still takes several years. And I think everyone knows this personally. Like you mentioned, when Copilot came out, that was like 2021? And it's not like everyone suddenly started using it. But now in hindsight, if you use it, you know that kind of autocomplete AI modality is really valuable. It turns out it wasn't that good when it first came out, and it took a while. But everyone is a late adopter relative to that first person who started using autocomplete in the editor. Because actually, it wasn't Copilot to begin with. It was Tab 9. And that was back in like 2016, 2017. So these things just take a lot longer than people appreciate. And there's two different kinds of ways you can build a startup in AI. You can either build it for that 1% of early adopters where all the buzz is on Twitter. Turns out there's a lot of noise there. That's really hard. You might win those hearts and minds for a few weeks, but then someone else is going to come out with something. The other thing is build it for the enterprise, where adoption is still lagging way behind where it should be and where most of the money, where most of the problems are. And that's what we've done.